Its engine alone is the size of a narrow-body jet. It's the world's largest and most successful wide-body twin jet ever made. It's the legendary Boeing 777, and it's been recreated in LEGO. This model is a 1/40th scale LEGO replica of a Boeing British Airways 777-300ER. This freehand build was created using an estimated 25,000 LEGO bricks and was constructed over a 4-month period. The LEGO 777 has a wingspan of over 5 feet and a length of over 6 feet. This build is completely freestanding without the assistance of any glue or metal support beams. My 777 features a full interior, functioning flaps and spoilers, retractable landing gear, as well as navigation and cabin lights. The Boeing 777 is the world's largest twin jet, as well as Boeing's best-selling wide-body airliner, amassing well over 2,000 orders. The first flight for the Boeing 777 was in June of 1994, and the airliner first started flying with airlines the following year. The 777-300ER, ER standing for Extended Range, has a maximum range of 7,370 nautical miles and can carry up to 396 passengers in a 2-class configuration. The 777 made extensive use of fly-by-wire technology as well as computer-aided design, which allowed Boeing engineers to maximize the efficiency of the aircraft. My 777-300ER is depicted with the General Electric GE90 engines, which are about the same diameter as a Boeing 737. My model has flaps and spoilers that can be extended and retracted just like on the real aircraft. The landing gear on my model can be neatly tucked away into the belly of the aircraft, which would serve to help reduce drag on the 777. The nose gear can also fold neatly away. Both the forward and aft cargo doors can be opened and loaded by our minifigure ground crew. When compared to other narrow-body twin jets, such as the Boeing 737, the size difference between the two is absolutely staggering. In order for minifigures to be able to board, all of the doors on this 777 can open to provide access. For us big figs to see the inside, the roof can be removed in modular sections to provide full access to the interior of the 777. Once the roof has been removed, you get to see the interior of the British Airways 777 in all of its glory. Once we enter through the second port side door, we meet an eager flight attendant who guides us to our first class suite. After taking a left, we get to see the full extent of the first class cabin on this British Airways 777. This passenger here is exhausted but relieved to have made his flight after spending a little bit too much time in the Concorde room prior to the flight. This couple is thrilled to be on board since it's their first time flying first class and they've finally saved up enough miles to be able to treat themselves. Wait, what's this here? Is that Sam Chewy in seat 1A? The first class suites offer passengers a sense of privacy and come with individual lamps. After meal service, first class passengers can have a flight attendant make their seat into a comfortable bed to try to catch some much needed sleep. As we continue to move forward in the cabin, we can see the first class galley where meals are prepared for first class passengers. The first class lavatories can be found near the galley and are reserved solely for first class. At the very front, we see the cockpit door leading to the flight deck. The 777 relies heavily on fly-by-wire, which was a change from previous aircraft in Boeing's fleet that relied more on analog controls. My model has a fully kitted out cockpit, complete with the required coffee mug. Once we exit the cockpit, we return to where we first entered. This time we take a right, which leads us into the business class cabin. This particular 777 has been outfitted with British Airways' new Club Suites, which are a massive step up from the previous Club World Suites. The seats are arranged in a reverse herringbone 1-to-1 configuration, which provides each passenger with direct aisle access. Today's flight originates in London's Heathrow and is a non-stop to JFK Airport in New York. Being one of the busiest routes in the world, this is expected to be a full flight once boarding is complete, even in business class. Passengers are enjoying the new seat design, and flight attendants move around the cabin offering hot towels to those who want them. This elderly woman was upgraded to business class at the gate because economy class on this flight had been overbooked. At the very front of the business class cabin is another galley where a flight attendant is checking to make sure all of the proper meals were loaded onto the aircraft. Towards the front of the business class cabin are two more lavatories which are exclusively for business class passengers. Once we pass through the privacy partition, we enter a mini cabin where the World Traveler Plus seats are located, which is British Airways' premium economy product. The premium economy seats offer more room as well as more recline. For passengers who don't want their legs to be a structural element of the seat in front of them, premium economy is a great option that doesn't break the bank. The premium cabin is small, however, it has a somewhat cozy feel that is highly sought after. You can see that a line is already forming at the premium economy lavatories. Once we pass by another set of privacy curtains, we enter a cabin that is certainly cozy, but is avoided like the plague by most passengers. The seat that the vast majority of passengers will fly in are known by many names, including coach, economy, steerage, and of course, cattle class. This man here was initially very excited that he scored what he thought would be an extra legroom seat at the forward bulkhead. However, that excitement slowly turned to dread when two infants were placed on either side of him in the bassinet seats, and he soon found himself trapped between two restless infants and their worn-out parents for the 7.5-hour flight to JFK. Further back, this couple here are actually enjoying their flight because they scored killer deals on their tickets and got them for practically nothing. Towards the rear of the economy cabin are more lavatories for the economy class passengers. Each loo has a tiny toilet as well as an equally tiny sink. The second economy cabin is slightly larger than the first. Towards the front of this cabin, a large family has occupied an entire row of seats and just realized that they left someone's backpack at the gate. This cabin is mostly empty right now, but once boarding is complete, this is expected to be a full flight. Of course, we can find our eclectic passengers at the back of the plane, like always. At the very rear of this cabin are more lavatories as well as the primary economy galley. The galley is fully stocked for today's flight, and the flight attendants are checking to make sure that the food carts are properly locked into place before takeoff. You've now seen the entirety of the interior of this British Airways 777-300ER. The Boeing 777 remains a workhorse in British Airways' fleet, as well as one of Boeing's best-selling twin jets to date. I've enjoyed building this model over the past few months, and I hope that you've enjoyed the process as much as I have. I'm going to sign off now and leave you with some extra footage of the completed model. Bye for now.